Now, in this video, we will be learning about momentum.
Momentum. What is it? The momentum of an object is its mass times its velocity.
Now, as said in the video, momentum is just a product of the mass of an object times its velocity, meaning the more mass you have, the more momentum you're bound to get, because the more mass you have, the more velocity you're going to get. So let's say two vehicles at the top of the top of a hill, one being a truck and one being a very small car. Now, if both were to lose their brakes and go very fast down the hill, starting at the same speed, which car would go to the bottom of the hill first? Now, based on what I just said, the truck would be the first one down there because it has more mass, it would have more momentum, it would with more velocity go down the hill rather than the very small car, even though they started at the same speed.
The more mass you have and the more velocity you have, the more momentum.
Now here it explains how the more mass you have, the more velocity you have.
You will feel a large force. Lose momentum.
Now, if you lose your momentum, when you have a great force, a great momentum, when you have a great velocity, and you lose it very quickly, you'll feel greater force than if you were to lose it if you had a lower velocity. As you can see, the pigeons just crashed together. They didn't feel it as much because it was a lower velocity. Now, instead of that person going down that hill skiing, it hit that wall, and that was a great velocity being stopped in the matter of 1 second. So it obviously gave a greater force, a greater impact. Now, here's an example of when the cannonball is being shot. It will of course recoil because it will cancel out and it keeps them equal. It's the large mass times the small velocity. And now, to give you an example how rockets work, how jet engines work, even how our balloons float in the air, it's all caused by momentum. And this video was about momentum. So to sum it up, momentum is literally just the product of the mass of an object times its velocity. Momentum will always be there if there is velocity. Now, of course, based on the mass, the more momentum you will have. Now, as I said earlier, if there was two large vehicles, one large vehicle and one small vehicle, and they started at the hill and they start at the same speed, the large truck would be at the bottom of the hill because it has more mass. Meaning more mass, you get more velocity, more momentum, and it will be way faster than a small car.